All right, guys. So it's been a while since I've thrown the B Series guys a bone, and I told you guys I've been stacking up my schedule recently. I have work for at least the next month's worth of time, but I was talking to somebody today. He's a local dude to see about getting a head done for him, and we talked about just doing a non VTEC head B series wise. And I'm pretty sure that at some point in time in the past, like fucking half decade, I've talked about this, but I think it's relevant for me to bring it up again. So, yes, the non VTEC B series head doesn't flow as well as the VTEC head, depending on which one you have. Now, if you have a P8R, that's not necessarily the same. But it doesn't mean that the head is necessarily trash. It doesn't mean that you can't use it for something, right? It doesn't mean it's a throwaway. Now, if you're doing a turbo setup, which most B series guys, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for the boost. You can definitely still go with a non-VTEC head. You can just grab one and refresh it yourself. Or if you want to, get beefier valve springs and retainers, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So I think a soft quote for this B series LS head is that it was like $880. That's new valve seals. That's SuperTech springs, retainers, keepers, and Ferrea valves. Like, you don't necessarily have to do valves, but we want to do valves, so we're gonna do valves. But just saying, like, if you don't want to spend over $1,000 for a head and you're gonna turbo anyway, if you don't, I mean, like, unless you really are stuck on having the idea of a VTEC crossover, you can still get a non-VTEC head, build it, and you can actually. Oh, so in other words, you can have a built non-VTEC head for the same price or less than you would have a VTEC head. So under $1,000, this is going to be titanium valve train and cleaned up, resealed, all that good stuff, as opposed to going onto the Facebook Marketplace and finding a used GSR or B16 head for $600 to $800 depending on where you live. So I have a whole bunch of those heads too. So this is a bit of a shameless plug on advertising as well. The head I'm charging for the head, like the actual price of the head itself, is only $80. So the rest of the money is going to come from just labor and parts, which parts of course is never really that much money, but it's a little bit. So if you're thinking about doing a B series and you're on the fence about what's the way to go, like if you don't want to do a K, you don't really want to do a single cam, you have a B18 block or whatever, or you got a B20 block, you can definitely still go, still do turbo, especially if you're gonna, if you're not trying to do like 700-800 horsepower, you don't have to worry about porting and polishing and all that shit. It doesn't flow as well, but it doesn't mean you can't turn up the boost and still make the power. You're still gonna make the power, especially for those guys of you that come through for B series builds that you're doing a piston rod, like a piston rod build, like Nippon Racing pistons and some forged rods, some scat rods. So there's no reason why you can't get a LS, a B18B head and just put springs and retainers in there and call it a day. And so that way you'll have the added benefit of of a better valve train for the springs wise, and you'll still so that way you can safely crank it out the rev limiter a little bit more, and with the beefier springs. All right, guys. So just again, it was a shameless plug. It's a little bit of advertising here, but also I think just to remind you guys that you don't have to go VTEC to make power, especially if you're trying to keep it on a budget. As a matter of fact, I would say why go with a VTEC head if you're trying to do a budget build to begin with. All right, guys. Social media links will be in the description down below. DMs, guys, are for business. If you got tech questions or whatever, drop them in the comments below. I don't answer every single question I see, but it's like 99% of them that I do. All right, guys. So your better chances off of getting your questions answered if you just ask in the comments below instead of DMing me. 99.9% of the times, if you're asking me a question, I just ignore it or redirect you to the YouTube channel. All right, guys. So thanks for watching, and peace.